What is going on, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Road to Glory. I wasn't actually going to make a video today on Road to Glory. I actually have a few clips already recorded for a Road to Glory that you guys are going to see in the next episode after this one. But I thought I'd just go ahead and bring out this right now because we're making way too many coins not to update you guys on what I'm doing, because you're going to get on to the next episode, wonder where a couple 100K came from, and obviously that's a little bit suspicious. I try to be completely transparent with you guys. Obviously, I stream this entire series live on Twitch, so there's no questions in terms of where any coins came from. I try to document all of it and put it on YouTube as well. But since I'm not live right now, I decided let's go ahead and make a Road to Glory episode right now discussing what we're actually doing. And honestly, for the last 30 minutes to an hour, I've just been picking up LAPORTEs. This is the best deal I've gotten so far at 113,000 coins, and he's going for about 148, 149K, even 150K, which he is capped at. It is selling at that point quite a bit. There's different points in the day where this LAPORTE has gotten really low, down to like 130, 135K, just like on average. Doesn't stay there for very long, don't get me wrong, but it is getting down there at different points in the day. You can see how, you know, there were 5 different LAPORTEs listed in the last 3 minutes. They just come in these waves, and when they hit the market so quickly, just I feel like they get packed like at the same time by everyone. Or maybe, you know, LAPORTEs are sitting on people's transfer list, they see a couple go up and they maybe panic because they're thinking he's dropping in price, and that just caused like a few minutes for LAPORTE to drop down in price. So right now, as you guys can see, he's going for 147,000 coins, but I've been picking them up throughout the last hour, and legitimately it hasn't been that long to where I've picked up these LAPORTEs. I did do a little bit of trading with him last night, and I made a couple dozen K, but it wasn't nearly as much as I'm making right now. So I'm just selling them for just below 150K, not because I don't think I can get 150K for them, but given the fact that I've been buying so many of them, if I can go ahead and offload them quickly, even if it is for 1,000 or 2,000 coins less, it's probably beneficial for me, given the fact that I still have a ton more of these LAPORTEs. And I even picked up one Delafeu, and the reason for that was I got him for less than his max buy now price, but he's also extinct right now, so we're just going to ignore that for now. We're going to focus on the LAPORTEs, which I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left right now. And here are the prices I got them for. 133, I got them for 133, 130, 124, 113, which is the one you guys just saw, the best deal, 120, 128, 121, and 130. So 133 is the most I got him for. If we sold him for 147K, 147K tax is going to be about 7.5K. So about 140K is what you get after tax, which is still 7K profit on the 133K card. But if you consider the one that we got for 113K, that would still end up being what would that be? 30,000 coin profit, which is very, very solid. We'll take that all day. Or not 30K, 27,000 coin profit. But yeah, you get the point. And that definitely adds up when we get that many of them. And not always do they even pop up for 120, 130K when these cards are actually getting undercut a lot. Sometimes it's just random. Like that one that just popped up for 113. It was a big, big undercut just kind of from out of nowhere. While the other ones have been more so just undercuts after a little bit of panic. So you see these cards, 4 of them went up for 149, all within a couple of minutes, but nothing has popped up since then. And then there could be another wave. If somebody lists for 146K, then you might see in the next like 2-3 minutes, one will go up for 144, one will go up for 140 flat, and then that's when you go ahead and find that random one for 130, and you pick that up, then the 135 gets bought, the 140 gets bought, the 144 gets bought, and then he's all the way back up at 147 again, just like that. It only takes a few minutes for that card to fluctuate this much. Why does it work so well with this card in particular? Well, this is a card that just came out into the market last night, which I believe I'm going to upload this on Saturday night, so a little bit late for the UK viewers or European viewers, but I do want to get this up soon because I don't know how long this LAPORTE is going to be in packs, and nobody really does actually know for sure how long these man of the match cards are in packs. You can only guess based upon previous man of the matches how long they're going to be out. Sometimes they're out for 24 hours, sometimes they're out for 48 hours, sometimes they're out for 72 hours. It's hard to tell. I don't think they're going to be out in packs for more than 3 days. I don't think that they'll put them out for a week. They normally don't put man of the matches out for a full week, which means that these cards are quite rare. So we did just see that one pop up for 143K, and it got bought within a minute. So that means that this card does have demand. It is getting bought at 143K, and we can sell our cards for that price. And given the fact that it did get bought quite quickly, you can expect him to possibly continue to get bought if there is a lack of listings in the next few minutes, and he'll go right back up to 150,000 coins. But yeah, there's not a lot of supply for this card. Right now, there really isn't that many cards for Laporte. In total, right now on the market, there's less than a page. You can see there's only 7 cards on the market for Laporte. I have like 8. I have more Laportes on my transfer list than are on the market here on Xbox. For the PlayStation, there could be a little bit of a difference, and normally the difference isn't that the card is going to end up being a different price. It's just that on PlayStation and Xbox, one card might drop a lot quicker at first, and then the other console will likely follow the same trend, maybe a couple hours behind. That is basically what happens. So it's not that the consoles fluctuate any differently. They might just fluctuate at different times. So the PlayStation might come out at 150K, Xbox at 150K. And on PlayStation, it might be extinct at 150K, while on Xbox, it goes from 149, 148, 147, all the way down to like 140K, while it's still extinct. And then the Xbox starts rising back up. It'll go from 140K up to 143. And then at that same time, you might see the PlayStation start to hit the market, 149, 148, 147, 140. And it follows the exact same trend. And then the Xbox goes extinct. And then it does the exact same thing on PlayStation a few hours later. So it normally follows the exact same trend on both consoles. The one thing you do have to consider is just simply the fact that on PlayStation, there are more users. There's more users, so it's a lot better, honestly, to trade on the PlayStation at night rather than on Xbox, because the market, you guys might have heard people say dead box. That's because at the market during the nighttime, it gets very quiet. There's not as many listings. Now, I haven't seen too much problem recently, but especially on weeks where people really aren't interested in FIFA, it can get pretty boring if you're like playing on FIFA at nighttime and you're looking on the market for cards. It's just dead. In the middle of the day, it's perfectly fine. But that's just something to consider on PlayStation, while the Xbox might just completely go silent for 4 or 5 hours during the nighttime, where nothing fluctuates at all because it's just dead. It'll just stay the same prices. Nobody's buying, nobody's selling. Only the cards that are up overnight are on the market. It's very, very quiet on Xbox at times. So that's just what you got to consider. While the PlayStation's still fluctuating, Xbox might be stagnant overnight. And honestly, I wanted to ask you guys a question right now for the chat. Now, you guys can tell, obviously, I am on Xbox. This is the current team we're rocking. Well, despite the fact that we also have Gaia playing striker, because I was trying to get the foot swap deals, which we'll get into in this episode. But this is this team we have right now on our Road to Glory. But for the Road to Glory next year, do we want to do it on PlayStation 4 or do we want to do it on Xbox One? I didn't even realize the green screen was messing up back there. I apologize for that. It's a little better. But do you guys want PlayStation or Xbox next year? I know a lot of people are switching over to PlayStation. Honestly, I was kind of angry the other day when I had to sell my REA and I had to sell my Raheem Sterling cards. I couldn't, because Xbox shut down FIFA for some reason. It was broken. I couldn't get on FIFA. Then, when I tried to get on the web app and sell my cards, it wouldn't let me sell anybody in my starting 11 or anybody in the active squad, because I couldn't move my players because of a disconnection in my most recent game, because Xbox kicked me out in the middle of a match. So it was so unfortunate, and I couldn't sell my Raheem Sterling during the before the Manchester City Tottenham match. And I couldn't sell my REA either. Now, Raheem Sterling dropped a lot in price, and I could have held him longer, hold him until next Tuesday and sell it before his next game, and he'll probably be a lot higher than he is right now, but I decided I wanted to go ahead and sell. He was kind of up in price at the time, and I got one for 490K on bid, so I actually made a lot of profit on that card, because it's about 27,000 coin tax, which means that I made like 30,000 coins on the other card that I bought. You can see I have 2 Raheem Sterlings, but he was going for like nearly 600K. If I would have just sold that one Raheem Sterling for 600K, which I was trying to do, I would have made a lot more coins on the cards. Now, yes, I still made profit because I got one for 490 and I got one for 505. But I feel like that really screwed me over, and it was in my control, and I wasn't able to get back onto the market until obviously after the game, several hours after the game, and Raheem Sterling had dropped like 70,000 coins at that time. I was able to do a little bit of damage control and sell him for a little bit higher, but I actually made more coins on Aurier. He was going for like 200k, and then after the game he was like 230k because Tottenham won, which makes sense, but in the end, if I would have sold him for 200k before the game and I sold Raheem Sterling for 600k, I still would have made like 40,000 more coins if I had sold at the time I wanted to. So it was very unfortunate and something that was out of my control, unfortunately, but it is what it is, and you know, we'll make back those coins, no problem. I feel like it's just a little bit aggravating when stuff like that happens and it's out of your control. But the point is, do we want to switch over to PlayStation next year? There's more people on it. It's honestly a lot easier to trade at night because the market doesn't get completely dead. Now, the other side of that is if a card does pop up on the market for super cheap on Xbox, you have a much bigger chance of actually sniping that card. But it does even out given the fact that more cards pop up on PlayStation, yet there's also more competition. So it does kind of even out, and I don't really see much of a difference on either console. I already have a PlayStation. I traded on PlayStation for years before I switched to Xbox, and now I'm thinking about switching back, and I thought I'd let you guys decide down in the comment section below. Next up, we've got the foot swaps of this month, April. Foot swaps. We haven't even talked about them. Obviously, we've uploaded a couple of videos in April already, and we haven't really talked about the foot swaps, and I've already got the swap deals done for this week. You might have seen my record. It's not very good. Well, it wasn't good in the first place, but it's worse now because I went and lost 8 games because I was going back and forth with my friend. Basically, you can do this. These swap deal players, guys, all you got to do is go to online seasons, find a friend. You guys can use my Twitch chat if you want. Whenever I go live, just find somebody that's on your console that hasn't done it yet, and just go into friendly seasons and score 4 goals with the UCL cards. That's why I had Gaia playing at striker. He was the only one I had. He was the only rare UCL in my club, so I just used him at striker and just go and score. Let the opponent score, go back and forth, take 16 games, but ultimately like less than 16 minutes. So you can get both swap deals that way. It's a lot easier this week than the ones from last week. But how many swap deals do I have right now, and what are the rewards this month? Now, you guys probably already know the rewards. They're quite good, especially for 14. You get the base icon pack, which is exactly what I'm trying to get this month. The base icon pack gives us an icon. I don't really care which icon it is. It could give me the worst icon in the game. I'd be all right with it. And obviously, there's still a chance of me packing something really good like R9, Pele, Ronaldinho, Cruyff, Hullet, Vieira. There is a chance of me getting that stuff. But even if I get Nakata or Schmeichel, I'm totally okay with that because the reason I want this base icon pack is so that I can go out and I can go ahead and do Emmanuel Petites squad building challenge. That is the next big goal for the Road to Glory. I think that Emmanuel Petites icon is so good and honestly slightly underrated because it's a lot cheaper than Ruud Gullit. Ruud Gullit's so much more expensive. And yes, Ruud Gullit probably is better than Petit. It probably is. You need an 89 rated squad with a freaking icon in it, and that's not even the only icon you need for that SBC. But Petit is quite expensive too. You got to understand that. But Petit is like half the price of Gullit, and I think he's almost as good. I've played against him. He is absolutely insane. He's all over the pitch. He doesn't get tired, and he's got great stats to go along with it. And I can't find where Petit is in here. I must have passed it, but you guys get the point. I want to do that next for our squad, and that would be our second Prime Moments icon SBC for the series. We've already got Blanc. Obviously, we've got Van Dijk, which is an end game card in my opinion. It's not a team of the year, but a 92 rated Van Dijk is end game for me. Another end game card is Blanc. So we've got our center backs as end game, and then the 87 Davies is perfectly fine for me right now. But I don't say it's end game. I don't know. There might be some team of the seasons we want to pick up, which we've got to start thinking about the team of the season effect on the market very soon. But I don't think we're going to cover that in this episode. We've got Rashford linking with Doucouré. Doucouré gets the strong link with Blanc, but if we can go ahead and get Petit in the midfield, that's another French guy. We can start working with more French players. Lala is eventually going to be used in a squad building challenge. Right now, I kind of just have him off the bench for most teams, but since he links with Blanc, that's kind of just our squad right now. It's not finished. It's just what we have untradeable in the club. We also have Anderson Talisca, which you guys, I packed in my Foot Champs Rewards Silver 1, which I did not end up uploading because there was absolutely nothing in those packs, and I didn't want to, tell you guys, really sick red, Foot Champs pull, ? And then upload that clickbaiting you guys and you'd be disappointed because the packs, really weren't great. Talisca was probably the best thing out of the Foot Champs Rewards, and that's super average anyway. But it is Silver 1 reward, so I'll take Talisca. It's not bad. For Silver 1, that is. It's an 86 rated card. Maybe I'll use it in the Petite squad building challenge. Maybe I'll just keep him. He goes for 50,000 coins on the market anyway, so he's not that expensive. But I feel like he probably has more value than just an 86 rated gold card. We could probably end up using him in a squad building challenge that requires Team of the Week or Foot Champ, which they'll probably do eventually. They've done it in the past where they need minimum of 3 Team of the Week or Foot Champions cards. That's a requirement that's been in the past, and I'm kind of anticipating that, and I'll definitely use him in that kind of squad building challenge, but I don't have enough of the red cards to do any of the Foot Champ upgrades, which are out right now. So, yeah, that is the plan for the squad right now. Petites are next go, and we obviously can afford the Petite right now. We have 1.3 million there, and we have 8 Laportes chilling on our transfer list right now. And given the fact that one of our Laportes hasn't sold, yes, we have gotten undercut. So those cards are dropping again. There could be another one to pop up. I'd pretty much anything less than 135, I'm gonna go for, because I know I'm gonna make profit off of it. Even if it's 134, which I did buy one of, right? I got it for 134. The tax on something at 150K is 7.5K, so it's still profiting. So that's kind of what I'm going for. It's still a decent enough profit to pick up, and given the fact that these cards will be out of packs soon, it could be tonight, but probably not, given the fact that they haven't told me. I've tweeted at Zaro and Corey twice, no response yet. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they're staying off Twitter right now, given the abuse that they're getting for the Prime Moments decision on the fact that EA decided that it would be a good idea to stop releasing Prime Icon SBCs, release another version of an icon called Prime Moments, we call it Optimus Prime Icons, for a couple months, and then stop doing that and going back to Prime Icons, but releasing them all at the same time, not releasing the Moments version into SBCs, and pretty much giving up, saying we're not releasing anymore for the rest of the year. It was a weird play. People are angry, especially those who wanted the Prime Moments of R9, Ronaldinho, Hullet, and those kind of guys. They're not going to get it now because EA just kind of said, okay, we give up on this. And EA just got so confused and just with their own SBC schedule. They got so overwhelmed by their own SBC schedule that they gave up. It is quite disappointing. But for our Road to Glory, selfishly, it doesn't actually make much of a difference to us because I don't think that we are going to be picking up any of those Prime Moment Ronaldinhos, Hullets, or R9s. That's not really in our grasp right now. I don't think we're going for that. I don't think we want to go for that. We're pretty much sticking pretty casual. I'd say we're making a lot of coins quickly, but we're not really. We're staying casual with the Road to Glory. It's not been too stressful at all, which has been why it's been so fun, and hopefully you guys have been enjoying it as well. And that, I think, covers this. Oh, I forgot to show you which foot swaps I already have. And I got to remind you that there is a foot swap in squad battles. You only have a day left to do it, and it's pretty easy to get. Right now I have 2,800 points. If I need to play one more game, I will. But 2,800 with 1 day left. Yeah, I might need to play one more game just to make sure. You need to get to Silver 3. That's all I care about is getting the Silver 3. I don't really need to get to Silver 2, Silver 1. I don't really care about that stuff. I just need to get that Jadama. It's right here. Jadama. You can get it for all of the anything above silver 3, essentially. So go ahead and get that out of there. And I have every single one of those foot swaps right now. I have every single one of them. I think it's 7 so far, and then 8 with the squad battle rewards tomorrow. So we got quality, bronze, and we'll just go low to high. Should pop up with all of them. All right, so there they are. So we've got, was it Pyrace was the guy that we got out of the Colombian one. So we've got Rossi, foot swap deals 7. Yep, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 of them so far. And then 8 with Jadama. That means we have 6 left to get during the month of April, and we get a base icon SBC. But on top of that, guys, we also saw foot swaps get dropped. A foot swap deal got dropped onto the game the other day, where you could enter old foot swap cards and get rewards from it. And is that it? I don't believe that's it. Where is it? I'm pretty sure it cost 2. There it is. I think that's it. So you get a premium Electrum Players Pack for any foot swap month, and it is repeatable. Are these tradable? It's untradeable for a premium Electrum Players Pack. Any foot swap item. So special, low to high. And we don't have too many others. We only have 5, so we can do it twice if we want to. But I'm not sure if I want to. I'm not going to lie. And I also thought I had more of these, but I guess I do not. Foot swap deal 7. So I have 5 total. Do we want to use it on this? We might as well do 1 to finish off the episode, right? I'm just not 100% sure if this is worth it. If it's untradeable, premium Electrum Players Packs are like average. They're not that great of a pack. But if these have absolutely no value, then I don't see the reason not to. The only issue I have with it is if EA, which they have been very communicative, they haven't really told us a lot this year, because I don't think that they have it all planned out. So they're like, okay, let's release this now. And then we ask them, okay, well, if I, use these foot swaps now, they're not going to be needed for anything later, right? And then they say, oh no, they won't be needed for anything later. And then they fucking make them needed later. That's been an issue in the past. That was the big issue with the icons, and why everybody was angry. I hope I didn't just submit I'm pretty sure I didn't submit a foot swap 7 in there, right? Because that would be absolutely devastating. We're just gonna open one of these packs, and then we'll open the others on stream tonight or tomorrow night. That is the plan. What do we got in the pack? It's not going to be a walkout. Is it a board drop? It's a board drop, so I'd say that's worth it. What is it? Is it good? Benega, 83. I mean, I guess it could have been worse. It's an 83 rated card. We'll use that towards some sort of squad building challenge eventually, no doubt. Anything else in this pack, such as ooh, they're all players anyway, looks like. At least all 3 rares were on gold. I mean, it definitely could have been worse, guys. That's going to be it for a longer episode today of Road to Glory. I thought that I'd update you guys on what we're doing with the Road to Glory right now, and what profits we're making with these Man of the Match cards. But I will see you guys in a more thorough episode of Road to Glory in the next couple of days. So make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.